Katerina here. Welcome to my kitchen on this beautiful Sunday morning. Today I'm doing a brunch just for a few friends, so I'm able to make this wonderful stuffed huge ravioli with egg and ricotta. It's absolutely delicious. And I just wanted to mention that I love getting your feedback. I love hearing that you tried a recipe and it was fantastic. I love your questions. But one message in particular that I did get from a friend of mine, and I have her permission to share this voicemail with you from her 10-year-old son, Mark. I went to see her and I brought her one of my Katerina kitchen bags, and I put in some chocolate chip cookies, some chocolate biscottis, and huge Tuscan chocolate chip cookies. And apparently when she walked in the door, her son grabbed them and just ate them and loved them all. And when I came back from Muskoka, I found this wonderful message on my phone, and I'd like to share it with you.
Hi Katerina, oh my god, those cookies were delicious. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. It is so good. As soon as I tried it, I felt like I was in heaven. It's legit so good. One of the best cookies I have ever tried. Thank you so much.
That just made my day. It makes everything I do worthwhile, and I just enjoy what I do even more. Thank you again, Mark, and I will definitely bring more cookies the next time I see your mummy. Now please send me anything that you have. I really do appreciate it. So let's get started with my recipe. We're going to start with the dough first because it has to rest for 40 minutes. Okay, 2.5 cups of 00 flour. Like I've said it many times before, you can find this flour everywhere now. 4 eggs at room temperature. Now they really have to be at room temperature. I take out my eggs 2 hours before I do any pasta recipe. 4. This is the 4th egg. Okay, now I'm just going to add 2 little pinches of salt, kosher salt. Okay, when you see it collect like this, all the dough collect like this, then it's time to take it out. Okay, so I've kneaded it for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to put it in plastic wrap. Cover it and let it rest for 40 minutes. Okay, now we're going to start with the filling for the giant ravioli. Here I have 1 cup of fresh ricotta. Okay, also in the food processor we're going to put 8 cups of spinach. Now this spinach has been boiled, drained and dried. Take all the moisture out of it. 2/3 cup of Parmigiano Reggiano, zest of 1 lemon, a little bit of nutmeg, just 2 little pinches of salt. Okay, so now we're just going to combine everything together until it's like a paste. Taste it. It's delicious. But I think I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons more of ricotta. Okay, so I added 2 more tablespoons of ricotta because I like it cheesier, and I'm just going to add a little more salt and give it a good pump. Okay, it's ready, perfect, ready for piping. Okay, I'm going to divide my dough in half, and I have the pasta for making the long and thin, and I'm going to go to the thinnest possible for this recipe. Okay, I'm going to start on 1. I think I'm happiest when I'm making pasta. I really do. I just love making pasta. at 8, which is the lowest, to make it the thinnest possible. Because we're going to be overlapping it, you want it thin. I'm just going to score it with my 5-inch cutter. There. So I have a piping bag here with a 2-centimeter open. Now if you don't have this, you can cut your piping bag just a little bit to make 2 centimeters. But I like using these things. Now I'm going to fill my piping bag with the ricotta filling. Say hello to my Prada. Hi Prada. I love her. Now we're going to build our little raviolis. It wouldn't be brunch without smoked salmon. So I'm just going to make a little bed of little pieces of smoked salmon at the bottom. Just a few little pieces. It'll taste wonderful with the eggs and the ricotta. There we are. Pieces so that when you cut into the ravioli, you don't take the whole salmon with you. There we go. So 1 inch in, I'm going to go around the salmon. It's so much easier with a piping bag. And I'm going to go up just one time. And there we are. Okay, so here's the egg, and it's cold. It's better if you're working with a cold egg. I did it! It didn't break. You don't want it to break, and it didn't. Careful when you remove the egg white, not to harm the yolk. Beautiful! Perfect! Not bad, huh? So I'm just gonna add a pinch of salt over the egg. Marvelous! Okay, when we were in Verona, he had sliced some truffle over the egg. I'm going to put a truffle, this is a truffle salsa that a friend of mine sends to me from Tuscany, and when I'm there I stock up. I'm just going to take a little bit of this truffle salsa and just put it on top of the egg. Just a little bit. Because it's very potent. Oh, it smells amazing. With the egg white, I'm just going to use this as a glue for the top of the pasta to stick to the bottom layer of the pasta. Okay, so I cut a nice piece. Now I'm going to gently put it over the egg, very gently. I'm going to take out all the air. Go down gently. And it will stick to the egg white. There. Okay, now with your hands, you just press down around the ravioli like this. How beautiful. Okay. Strictly for decorative purposes. We're going to do it with this little decorative wheel, pasta wheel. It's done. You put it on a piece of parchment paper on top of semolina so it won't stick. It will boil easily. One more time. The egg wash, white. Now you just give it little hugs with your hands to press it down. We're going to score it and then cut it with a decorative wheel, or you can just cut it with the cookie cutter. My 8 giant raviolis are ready. How easy was that? They smell heavenly. And now I'm going to prepare the asparagus. So I have some fresh asparagus right now, and I'm just going to simply grill it. And this will be the bed for my huge ravioli. Now I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice. My asparagus only took about 7 minutes to grill. I put some salt on there, now a little bit of fresh lemon juice. Now I'm just going to make little crostinis, and very simple, olive oil on both sides, and I'm going to put them in the oven at 350 for about 5-6 minutes, just until they're golden brown. And this will make a nice accompaniment for the ravioli. I'm going to be preparing one ravioli just for you, but they've been refrigerated, and you would cook them when your guests have arrived and ready to sit down. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of salt to the boiling water. Okay, you place them in the boiling water with the parchment paper. Whoop. And you let it cook for 2 minutes. Okay, now that a minute has passed, you can remove the parchment paper and let the egg cook for the ravioli cook for another minute in the boiling water. Okay, it's been 2 minutes, a little bit more. Now we're just going to take it with a spider, drain all the water. How beautiful. And place it on the asparagus. Oh, how gorgeous is that, and how easy is that? Beautiful. I'm so excited about this recipe. Okay, I have my 2 little crostinis, and I'm just going to put a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano, just a little bit, because. Okay, I don't have truffle, but there is truffle sauce inside, and I have white truffle oil, so I'm just going to put a few drops on top. Oh, smells heavenly. Oh, isn't this a wonderful brunch dish? Tell me you would not love this if somebody served this to you. And to think we spent 35 euros for this. So I'm going to taste it for you. Oh, the eggs, the salmon. Oh my gosh. Oh. So good. The eggs and the ricotta and the salmon and the truffle. I mean, you just taste everything. It's a party in my mouth. So good. You have to make this. I have to have a second taste. I'm back in Verona. Delicious. You really must try this recipe. So good. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It's Caterina from my home to yours.